everybody the same thing. You woke up this morning with a full account, 24 hours, deposited fresh, no questions asked. Nobody checked to see if you deserved it. Nobody asked what you did with yesterday's balance. It just showed up the way it shows up for everyone. The way it's shown up every morning of your life. And by tonight, that account will be empty. Every hour spent, whether you spent it well or spent it foolishly. And tomorrow you'll get another one, and you'll spend that one too. Now here's what's so interesting about this. If someone deposited $1,000 in your account every single morning, on one condition, that whatever you didn't spend by midnight vanished, you would become the most careful spender the world has ever seen. You'd plan, you'd invest, you'd make sure not a single dollar slipped through your fingers. But time works exactly that way, and most people treat it like it's worthless. They spend it like it's endless. They waste it like there's a warehouse somewhere with their name on it, stacked to the ceiling with extra days. And I'm here to tell you tonight that there is no warehouse. There is only today. And today is already leaking away as I stand here talking to you. The great tragedy of most lives is not that they end. Everybody's life ends. The great tragedy is that they were wasted while they were being lived, not thrown away in some dramatic gesture, just dribbled out. A little here, a little there on nothing in particular, until there was nothing left to spend. And the reason this happens is that a wasted day never feels like a wasted day. That's the trap. A wasted day feels perfectly normal. It feels comfortable. It feels the same as a well-spent day while you're living it. The difference doesn't show up until much later, and by then the day is long gone and you can't get it back. Think about the last time you wasted a day. Not a day of genuine rest, I'll talk about that later, but a day you simply let slip through your fingers. Did anything feel wrong while it was happening? Did any alarm go off? Did the sky darken? No. It felt like nothing. It felt easy. You got to the end of it and you weren't in any pain. You just quietly had one fewer day than you started with, and one fewer day of building the life you say you want. That's what makes wasted time so dangerous. It's painless. If wasting a day hurt, if it came with a sharp physical sting, nobody would ever waste one. We'd guard our days like a mother guards a child, but it doesn't hurt. It feels like relief. It feels like comfort. And that's exactly why we do so much of it. Now, I want you to understand something about the nature of a day, because I think most people have never really thought about it. A day is a strange kind of possession. You can't save it. You can't store it. You can't set it aside for later. The moment it arrives, it begins to disappear, whether you use it or not. This makes a day completely different from money. Money you can save. Money you can bury in the backyard and dig up in 10 years, and it'll still be there. But a day is not like that. A day is more like ice in your hand. It's melting from the second you get it. The only question is whether you do something useful with the water before it's gone, or whether you just stand there and let it drip onto the floor. And most people are standing there watching it drip, waiting for a better day to come along before they really start living. They say, I'll get serious when things calm down. They say, I'll begin when the situation's right. They say, this isn't a good time. And all the while, the ice is melting. Today's ice melting in their hand, while they wait for a better piece of ice that never arrives. Here's a truth I learned late, and I wish I had learned it early. There's no better day coming. There is no perfect stretch of time waiting for you around the corner. The day you have right now, this ordinary, unremarkable, imperfect day, is the best day you will ever have to begin, because it's the only one you actually possess. Everything else is a rumor. Tomorrow is a rumor. Next week is a rumor. Someday is the biggest rumor of them all. The only real thing, the only thing you can actually put your hands on, is the day you're standing in. And if you won't build with the day you have, what makes you think you'll build with a day you don't have yet? Let me show you how a life gets wasted. Because it doesn't happen the way people think. People imagine that a wasted life is the result of some big, obvious failure, some catastrophe, some terrible decision that sent everything off the rails, but that's rarely how it goes. A wasted life is the result of 1,000 small, comfortable choices. It's the result of the little "not today" repeated so many times it becomes a way of being. Nobody decides to waste their life. They just decide to waste this one afternoon, and then this one evening, and then this one weekend. And they make that same decision so many times that it hardens into a pattern. And the pattern becomes a habit. And the habit becomes a character. And the character becomes a life. You don't waste a life all at once. You waste it in the same increments you're given it, one day at a time. And that's actually the good news, though it doesn't sound like it at first. Because if a life is wasted one day at a time, then a life can be redeemed one day at a time. The same mechanism that destroys you can save you. It just depends on what you do with the increment. Let me do some arithmetic with you, because I've found that numbers wake people up in a way that words alone never do. Say you're 40 years old. Let's be generous and say you'll live to be 80. That gives you 40 more years. 40 years sounds like a lot, doesn't it? It sounds like an ocean of time. But let's count the days. 40 years times 365 days is 14,600 days. That's it. That's the whole ocean. 14,600 days between you and the end. And it's not even really that many because you have to sleep through a third of them. Take away the sleep and you're down to about 10,000 waking days. 10,000. Now that's a number you can almost picture. You can almost hold it in your mind. 10,000 days to become who you want to become. 10,000 days to build what you want to build. 10,000 days to love the people you want to love. And to see the places you want to see, and to leave whatever mark you're going to leave. And every single one you waste is one you'll never get back. Now here's the part that should stop your heart a little. How many of those 10,000 days are you currently giving away for nothing? Be honest. If you're wasting even 2 days a week, and I think for most people that's a conservative guess, that's over 100 days a year. Over 4,000 days across those 40 years. You would be throwing away almost half of the days you have left. And you wouldn't even feel it happening because each individual day feels so small. Half your remaining life gone, not to tragedy, not to illness, not to anything you could point to and blame, gone to nothing, gone to the comfortable, painless, invisible habit of letting a day slip by. That's the invoice, and almost nobody ever looks at it. I want to talk about the ways a day gets wasted, because they're not all obvious. Some of them wear the costume of activity. Some of them look like the opposite of wasting time. And those are the ones that fool the most people. The first way is the one everybody knows. It's the day of pure idleness. The day where you meant to do something and you just didn't. You told yourself you had time. You told yourself you'd start after lunch, and then after lunch became after dinner, and after dinner became tomorrow. This is the honest kind of waste, at least. Nobody's fooled by it. You know you wasted it. You feel it a little in your stomach when you turn out the light. But the second kind is far more dangerous because it doesn't feel like waste at all. It feels like effort. It's the day full of activity that produces nothing. The day where you were busy from morning to night and moved not 1 inch closer to anything that matters. You answered messages that didn't need answering. You attended to small things that could have waited. You organized and rearranged and shuffled and tidied. And at the end of the day, you were exhausted and you had the feeling of having worked hard and you had absolutely nothing to show for it. This is the busy person's waste. And it's especially cruel because busy people are convinced they're not wasting anything. They point to their exhaustion as proof of their productivity. They say, "How could I be wasting time? Look how tired I am. Look how full my day was." But being tired is not the same as making progress. And being busy is not the same as being effective. You can run in circles all day long and cover a great distance and end up exactly where you started. The question is never whether you were busy. The question is whether the day moved you, whether it built something, whether at the end of it, there was more of what you wanted in the world than there was at the beginning. And if the honest answer is no, then it doesn't matter how tired you are. That was a wasted day dressed up in a busy suit. There's a third kind of waste, and this is the subtlest of all. It's the day given over to planning instead of doing. The day of preparing to begin. The day of getting ready to get ready. You research. You make lists. You think through your strategy. You feel productive because thinking about your goal feels a lot like working toward it, but it isn't. There is a place for planning, and I'll talk about that. But most people use planning as a hiding place. They plan endlessly because planning feels safe and doing feels risky. As long as they're still planning, they can't fail because they haven't actually tried anything yet. And so they spend day after day sharpening the axe and never once swing it at the tree. And a beautifully sharp axe that never touches wood has done exactly as much good as no axe at all. Now, I want to be careful here because I know how this can sound. And I don't want you to hear something I'm not saying. I am not telling you that every hour of every day must be spent in relentless labor. I am not telling you that rest is waste, or that leisure is a sin, or that you must grind yourself into dust to have a life worth living. That would be a foolish thing to say, and it would be a wrong thing to say. Rest is not the enemy of a well-spent day. Rest is part of a well-spent day. There is a world of difference between a day spent resting on purpose and a day lost by accident. One restores you, the other diminishes you. And you have to learn to tell them apart because they can look identical from the outside. Here's the difference. Rest is chosen. Rest has a reason. You say, "I have worked hard, and today I am going to restore myself, and I'm doing this deliberately." Because a person who never rests eventually breaks. That's not waste. That's wisdom. That's the farmer who lets the field lie fallow so it will produce more next season. But waste is not chosen. Waste just happens to you. You didn't decide to rest. You simply failed to decide to act. And the day filled itself with nothing while you weren't paying attention. Rest leaves you fuller. Waste leaves you emptier. Rest is a deposit. Waste is a slow leak. And if you're honest with yourself, you can almost always tell which one a day was. Not by how it looked, but by how you feel at the end of it. The person who rests well feels peace. There's a settledness to them. They've earned their rest and they're enjoying it, and they'll return to their work renewed. But the person who has merely wasted a day feels a low, nagging unease. Something isn't right. There's a weight in the back of their mind. And that weight is the knowledge, half buried, but always present, that a day just left them, and they gave it nothing, and they got nothing in return. Learn to listen for that unease, because it's telling you the truth. It's the closest thing you have to a pain signal for wasted time. Your feelings won't hurt while you're wasting the day, but they'll leave a residue afterward, and that residue is information. Don't dismiss it. Don't drown it out. Let it teach you. Now, I want to give you a way of thinking about your days that changed everything for me when I finally understood it. Most people treat their days as if they're all the same, as if one day is basically interchangeable with another. And because they think that way, they figure it doesn't much matter what they do with any particular one. If they waste today, well, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow is just another copy of today. But days are not copies of each other. Each day is unique, and each day is final. You will never live this exact day again. The you that exists right now, at this age, in this circumstance, with these particular opportunities in front of you, will never exist again. This day is a one-time offer, and you're treating it like it comes in an infinite supply. Imagine you were handed a ticket, and the ticket was good for one day of your life. And once you used it, it was gone forever, and there were only a limited number of tickets left, and nobody would tell you how many. How would you spend that ticket? Would you spend it half asleep, drifting through the hours, doing nothing you'd remember? Or would you spend it awake, alert, pouring yourself into something that matters? Well, that's exactly the situation you're in. That's not a hypothetical. That's your actual life. Every day is a ticket you can only use once, and the supply is limited, and nobody will tell you how many are left. The only difference between the hypothetical and your reality is that in the hypothetical, you take it seriously, and in your reality, you don't. Not because the reality is different, only because it doesn't feel as urgent. But the feeling is a liar. The reality is exactly as urgent. You just can't see the ticket counter. Let me tell you about a man I once knew many years ago. He was a hard worker. Nobody could say he was lazy. He was up early and he was busy all day, and he fell into bed exhausted every night. And he was going nowhere. Year after year, he stayed exactly where he was, and he couldn't understand it. He'd say to me, "I work harder than anyone I know. Why am I not getting anywhere?" And one day I asked him a simple question. I asked him, "What are you working on?" And he started listing all the things he did, all the tasks, all the errands, all the little fires he put out. And when he finished, I said, "That's not what I asked. I asked what you're working on. What are you building? Where is all this activity supposed to take you?" And he got very quiet because he didn't have an answer. He had 1,000 things he did and not one thing he was building. He was spending his days, but he wasn't investing them. And there is a world of difference between spending a day and investing one. When you spend a day, it's gone and you have nothing to show for it. When you invest a day, it's also gone, but something remains. Something was built. Something moved forward. The day was converted into progress, into skill, into a relationship, into a piece of something larger that will still be standing tomorrow after the day itself has vanished. That's the secret that man never understood. He thought the goal was to be busy. The goal was never to be busy. The goal is to build. And a day of building beats a week of busyness, because at the end of the week of busyness, you have nothing but fatigue. And at the end of the day of building, you have something real that will outlast you. So the question you have to ask yourself every single day is not, was I busy today? That's the wrong question. That's the question that keeps people trapped for decades. The right question is, what did I build today? What exists tonight that didn't exist this morning? What is 1 inch further along because I was alive and awake and paying attention? And if the answer honestly is nothing, then you have your diagnosis. Not a busy day, not a productive day, a wasted one, no matter how it felt. And the beauty of asking this question every night is that it changes how you spend the next day, because nobody wants to face that question and come up empty. The question itself begins to pull you toward building, because you know it's coming at the end of the day and you want to have a good answer. Now I want to talk about why we waste days, because you can't fix a problem you don't understand. And the reasons we waste days are not the reasons people usually give. People blame their circumstances. They blame their lack of time. They blame everyone and everything except the real culprit, which is almost always sitting inside their own mind. The first reason we waste days is that we believe we have more of them than we do. This is the deepest cause, and it's almost universal. Down in a place we rarely look, Most of us carry an unspoken assumption that we are going to live forever. Not literally. We know we're going to go someday, but we don't believe it. Not really. Not in the part of us that decides how to spend a Tuesday afternoon. And because we secretly believe our days are unlimited, we treat them as if they are. We waste them freely. The way a man wastes water when he lives beside a river he thinks will never run dry. But your river is running dry. Every day it's a little lower. And the day you finally understand that, really understand it, not as a thought, but as a fact you feel in your bones, is the day you'll stop wasting your days. Because you can't waste what you know is precious. Waste is only possible when you've convinced yourself there's plenty more where that came from. The second reason we waste days is that the reward for using them well is delayed, and the reward for wasting them is immediate. This is just how human beings are built, and it works against us constantly. When you use a day well, you don't get paid today. You plant a seed today, and the harvest comes months or years from now. But when you waste a day, the comfort is instant. You feel good right now. And a small reward now will beat a large reward later, almost every time, unless you deliberately train yourself to think otherwise. So the person who wastes days isn't necessarily weak or lazy. They're just responding to the incentives in front of them, the same way water flows downhill. The comfort of the wasted day is right there, immediate, guaranteed. The reward of the well-spent day is far off, uncertain, invisible. And so, day after day, they choose the near comfort over the distant reward, and they don't even feel like they're choosing, because the choice is being made below the level of conscious thought. The way out is to make the distant reward feel present, to hold it so clearly in your mind that it can compete with the comfort of the couch. When you can see vividly what 1,000 well-spent days will build, and you can feel it almost as if it's already real, then the comfort of wasting one day loses its grip. It stops being a fair fight. The vision wins because the vision is bigger than the couch. The third reason we waste days is that we've never counted them. We've never done what I did with you earlier tonight. We've never sat down and figured out how many we have left, how many we're giving away, what the total cost of our carelessness actually is. And what you don't count, you don't value. What you don't measure, you spend without thinking. This is why a rich man can waste a fortune, and a poor man will guard every coin. It's not that the poor man is wiser, it's that the poor man counts. He knows exactly what he has, and he knows exactly what it costs him to lose it. The rich man has stopped counting, and a man who has stopped counting will spend himself into ruin without ever noticing the balance dropping. Most people have stopped counting their days or never started. And so they spend them like a man who thinks he's rich, right up until the account is empty. So let's talk about how to stop, how to actually reclaim your days and stop giving them away for nothing. And I want to be practical, because the truth you can't act on is just an interesting decoration in your mind. The first thing is to begin each day by claiming it. Most people begin their day by reacting to it. They wake up and immediately they're responding to whatever demands the world is making of them. The day happens to them. They're passengers, and a passenger has no say in where the vehicle goes. But you don't have to be a passenger. Before the day picks you up and carries you off in whatever direction it wants, you can take a few minutes and decide where you want it to go. You can claim the day before it claims you. Ask yourself, first thing before the noise begins, what is the one thing that, if I do it today, will make this a day that mattered? And then defend that one thing with everything you have. Do it first, before the world has a chance to fill your hours with its own agenda. Because here's what happens if you don't. The world will always have something for you to do. There is an endless supply of urgent, unimportant tasks lined up outside your door. And if you let them in, they will consume every hour you have and give you nothing lasting in return. The urgent will always crowd out the important unless you decide in advance to protect the important. You have to plant your flag on the one thing that matters before the flood of small things sweeps you away. The second thing is to end each day with an honest accounting. I mentioned this before, but I want to give it to you as a practice because it's one of the most powerful things a person can do. At the end of each day before you sleep, take a moment and ask yourself plainly, what did I do with this day? Did I build or did I merely spend? Did I invest or did I waste? Not to punish yourself. Guilt is just another form of wasting time. If you spend an hour tonight feeling bad about the day you wasted, congratulations, now you've wasted an hour of tonight too. The point of the accounting is not punishment. The point is awareness. The point is that when you know a day is going to be examined, you live it differently. A day that will be reviewed is a day that gets used well, in the same way that a room you know a guest is coming to see is a room you keep clean. The third thing, and this is essential, is to break your life down into days on purpose. Most people think about their goals in years. In 5 years, I want to have accomplished this. And 5 years is so far away that it exerts almost no pull on today. Today feels safe because 5 years is a long time, and surely there's plenty of time to get serious later. But you don't have 5 years to work with. You never do. You only ever have today. 5 years is nothing but a stack of todays, and you can only ever stand on the top one. So take that big 5-year goal and ask, what would this require of me today? Not this year, today. What is today's share of this dream? And then do today's share. Because a dream is nothing but the sum of 1,000 days' shares, paid one day at a time. And the person who pays today's share every single day will arrive, while the person who keeps promising to pay it all later never arrives at all. The fourth thing is to protect your days from the thieves. And your days have thieves, real ones that come to steal them. And you have to learn to recognize them and guard against them the way a shopkeeper guards against a man he's seen loitering by the register. The biggest thief is the small distraction that turns into a large one. It starts innocent. Just a few minutes on something that doesn't matter. But a few minutes has a way of becoming an hour. And an hour has a way of becoming a wasted evening. And a wasted evening has a way of becoming a habit that eats a piece of every single day. You have to catch these thieves early when they're still small, because they never announce themselves as thieves. They announce themselves as harmless little breaks. And the harmless little break is the most successful thief of days that has ever existed. Another thief is the company you keep. I want to say this gently but clearly, because it matters more than most people admit. The people around you are either helping you use your days well or helping you waste them. And there is very little middle ground. Some people, when you spend time with them, you leave more alive, more focused, more inspired to build. Others, when you spend time with them, you leave with the day drained out of you, having accomplished nothing but the passing of hours in idle complaint. You have to be honest about which is which. This is not about being cold or cruel or abandoning people. It's about understanding that your days are precious and finite, and that the people you give them to should be people who help you spend them well. A day given to someone who lifts you is an investment. A day given to someone who drains you is a theft you consented to, and you have every right and every responsibility to guard your days from those who would waste them alongside you. The fifth thing, and I think in some ways the most important, is to fall in love with the ordinary day. Because this is where the real battle is won or lost. Not on the extraordinary days. Anybody can make good use of an extraordinary day. when something big is happening, when there's excitement and urgency and drama, everybody rises to it. That's easy. The days that get wasted are the ordinary ones, the gray, unremarkable Tuesdays, the days where nothing in particular is happening, where there's no crisis and no celebration, just the plain, quiet hours of a normal life. Those are the days people throw away, because those are the days that don't feel like they matter. And that's the great deception, because those ordinary days are the vast majority of your life. Almost all of your 10,000 days will be ordinary. If you can only use the extraordinary ones well, you'll waste 95% of your life waiting for the 5% that feels important enough to try. But the person who has learned to love the ordinary day, who has learned to pour themselves into a plain gray Tuesday with the same care they'd give to a special occasion, that person is unstoppable. Because they're building on every day, not just the exciting ones. They're not waiting for their life to feel important before they treat it as important. They've decided that every day is important, precisely because every day is a day, and days are what a life is made of. Here's something I want you to carry with you when you leave here tonight. There is no such thing as an unimportant day. That idea is a fiction we invented so we could feel better about the ones we waste. Every day is a day of your one and only life. Every day is a day you will never see again. Every day is a piece of the total, and the total is all you get. The Tuesday you're tempted to throw away is not less valuable than the day of your greatest triumph. They're worth exactly the same because they're both days. And days are all worth the same, and the only thing that varies is what you decide to put into them. A great man and an ordinary man are given the identical 24 hours. The difference between them is never the size of the day. The difference is always what they chose to build inside it. So I'll leave you with this, and I want you to think about it long after you leave. Somewhere out ahead of you is your last day. You don't know which one it is. It might be far off. It might not be. But it's out there. A specific day on the calendar, already waiting for you, and every day you live brings you one step closer to it. That's not meant to frighten you. It's meant to wake you up. Because if you truly understood that your days are numbered, and they are, you would never waste another one. You would treat each morning like the gift it actually is. You would build on every day, love on every day, live on every day, and you would come to the end of your life, not with a warehouse of regret over all the days you let slip away, but with the deep and quiet satisfaction of a person who used what they were given. You cannot get back the days you've already wasted. Those are gone, and no amount of grief will return them. But you can decide tonight that you have wasted your last one. You can decide that from this day forward, every day you're given will be a day you build with, invest in, and pour yourself into. Not perfectly. Nobody does it perfectly, but deliberately. Awake on purpose. And a life lived that way, one deliberate day at a time, is a life that at the end will have been worth living, because you will not have merely passed the time. You will have spent it. And there is all the difference in the world between the two.